I am back at it, doing another sketch. I hope everybody's well. This time I'm gonna do one person. I think I do one character this time. Kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Let's see. I got to do this before I go to work, so I got to be fast with this. Just trying to look for a decent reference. Let's see. See. Just trying to find, like I said, a good kind of have a concept in mind. One of the things I always struggle with at times is just thinking about what I want to do. Excuse me. Let's see. I think I may have found something I want to do. see. I don't think I want to do this. Really sorry. I just realized I'm like, I don't even really want to do this pose or this kind of character. Gotta think of something to do. And you just see like, or just watch somebody else do something. You're just like, dang man, that person's really good, bro. Like, it's like I don't even know if I'm gonna even get to that point. You know what? I do see some stuff I kind of like though. I'm like, okay, let's see. I'm gonna draw some characters I haven't drawn in a while. And for a story I actually want to do, I've actually thought of these characters for ages. And I'm talking ages, like probably back in like 2016. Back when I was like, I kind of want to try to make a video game. And I still want to do that. I still want to work on a video game. Let's see if there's like. The good thing is that I've known these characters for a while now, and they've been in my head for ages. That I pretty much got them down packed. I forgot that I wanted to do a thing where some of my inner circle friends will know these characters probably. They don't know them by name, but they've seen these characters like various times. Mm. Let's see. Characters' names. Just thinking, like, will his hair go back? Yeah, it would go back. It would do that. I would think so. In any case, this is Chris and Mass. Yeah, I've like thought of these characters ages. Like I said, like back when I was like, I want to make a game. I've always wanted to try to make a game, like a video game or something. And And I always had these characters in mind. But it was always like one of those things, where you're like, I don't know if I can do it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting to think like I'm starting to believe that, I'm starting to believe that it's more than likely it'll become a reality. Um, it's just the typical, like, you got to believe in yourself and I know that sounds hokey and whatever. Like, a lot of people don't like that. I don't like to hear like, well, you just got to believe or you just got to put into work. But it is the truth. Like, you really have to do that stuff. Um, Sometimes it just boils down to like, you got to have to get up and every day you're just going to have to get up and try to do something. Actually, usually his pants are like not even close like that. So you might be wondering, like, what's up with these characters? Like, what's the deal with these characters? Well, the story is supposed to be that initially it was going to be, there was a lot of ideas I've had with these characters. And I'm starting to think that, like, over the years, like, a lot of my ideas, I don't like that he's facing that way. I think he should be more facing it or kind of like that. That's what I'm thinking. Um, so there's a story. I just don't know if I should even expose it because it's one of those things where I'm like, I really want this to become a thing, and maybe I might do a comic. Oh, God wills it. Maybe I can make it a comic. I gotta say, the Big Eye Mask is probably, to this day, is still one of my favorite characters to draw. And a little factoid: um, if you were one of those people that used to like if you used to watch my stuff um, back in the day, you would probably remember that I used to have Mass as like my my thumbnail. He used to be my character. He used to be the character. Like, he used to be the my profile pic. Um, in fact, he still is for like Google. Like, for my main, he still is. Um, Funny enough. But yeah, essentially it was It used to be a whole lot like with this character, like things like there was a lot I wanted in mind for this character, particularly Mass, and how these characters were related. Essentially, the idea is supposed to be like, the problem I've been having for a long time is I've been like, what do I want to put them in? You know, um, and what would their game be called? That was always one of the difficulties too. Is like, what do I call the game and such? Um, I think ultimately it just boiled down to I think I just realized I'm gonna just call it like just Chris and Mass, and yeah, it's just like it's about them, and there is some heavy influence from like older series, things like JoJo's and such. Let's see. What's funny is like with these characters, I almost forget. I'm like, what are they supposed to have? Because it's been ages since I've drawn them. Let me know if like you have a character or you have a story that you've always been wanting to tell, and like you know if you still want to tell that story. It's these guys are always like essentially in the back of my mind whenever I'm working on stuff or I'm going through life. I'm like always thinking about these guys. And I think what makes them so endearing and what I really hope that I get across to a lot of people, um, if a guy ever was it, I get to tell this story that um, I think what makes them so endearing is the fact that um, it's essentially a story about asking, what is. I always like asking deep questions, so I feel like it's a question. It's a story that asks us a question: why do you do the things you do? What makes you you? And sometimes the answer you may think you may know the answer, but sometimes the answers can come off, can spring up, and it can even change at times. You know, it's like why do you draw? Why do you write? Why do you go to school? Why do you work and all that jazz? And then of course, a lot of people will probably say things like because I gotta get a job, because I gotta work, which is understandable. Uh, The only thing I don't like about this right now is the fact that, well, I guess it kind of works. It can kind of work if I do it right. Um, let's hope I can do it right. It's like I said before, let's hope I can get this done before I have to go to work. Might end up just doing the pencil sketch for right now. And then later on, I'll record and do the the whatchamacallit, the coloring. I do see people coming on at times. I see like good views. I mean, at least it's getting views. You're more than welcome to chime in if you like. I don't know if I think I have it on. Yeah, you're more than welcome to chime in, say hi and such. But I guess some people just like to watch in silence, which is understandable. And I thank you guys a lot, by the way, for the subscribing and such, and the interest in the videos, especially the drawing videos. It's amazing, like how I used to watch so many of these people on YouTube. I think one thing I keep forgetting is that like Chris is kind of more of a softer character. Kind of like that. I like that look. Kind of give up this like here's a character who's like, actually I like the other way. I like the roundness. I like the roundness of his eyes. It gives me like young Goku. And that's like kind of like one of the inspirations I would say, like, of course, like things like Dragon Ball Z, um, Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho. Um, And I think it's so apparent at times. Like people will straight up just say to me at times, they'll be like, whenever I show them my artwork, they'll be like, "Wow, man, you kind of remind me of this." I'm like, "That's cool, man. I appreciate it. And I really do. I really do appreciate when you guys say stuff like that because it means a lot, Um, it's almost like in a way, like I want to do those guys kind of honor. Yeah, I think like I said, this might end up just being a pencil sketch, and then I'll do the other stuff later. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, like get ear stuff in. I might have time. I think I might actually have time to do the other one. So to do the coloring, I mean, it's just a matter of gotta do it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's just you gotta do it. Yeah, I like this. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Make sure. Okay, got that. Always got to make sure. Do I have that? Okay, let's see. Okay. I gotta change his mouth. I don't like the way his mouth is. And that's it for that. That's it for this section. I'm wondering though if I should, like I said, if I got the time, I think I can do it. I think I can. We're gonna go ahead, go for it. Like I said, these characters are like fairly simple. It's like, okay, the only thing now is just like, of course, yeah, oh yeah, let me do this real quick. And then it should be good. Now this might seem like a weird method of like, you know, coloring first before inking. But I've honestly actually gotten so used to it and I really like doing it. I can't explain why, but I really just like doing it. I think it's just a matter of it's it's just so fun. It's so, yeah, it's just so fun. It's like honestly, it's like one of the most um coolest methods you could do. And I think honestly, one of the things that I personally like about doing it is the fact that it kind of helps me. It helps me in a weird way, but it does help me. Like, hear me out. Like, it helps me in a sense of like, I feel like I know how I want the character. Well, the inking and such. It's like I know how I want it to be done, and because I will admit I used to have a hard time of like just inking all the time. I used to be bad at it, like really, really bad. And I still kind of am. I'll admit that, But the thing is that, like, I would say for me, as far as like the whole inking process, it's just a matter of fact that, like, um, it becomes a lot easier over time because I know where the colors are. Also, I didn't like the whole blending thing. I'm gonna say that too. Like, I didn't really like the whole. And I know there's like ways of doing it, but like I was just like I like doing it this way. Yeah, I think it's been helping me out some. It really kind of gives like this sort of not popish. It's not really that it's popping. It's more like a. It gives off like a very very down the earth. I don't know how to put it. Like I'm trying to find words. I don't even know. Like it gives off a certain look. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's just like it's something that it gives a type of look that I think nobody hardly does. Like people do it, and then again, I'm not unique in doing this. I I would say it's like some of my influences. I don't know if I mentioned before, but some of my influences have been like Capcom stuff, like old school. You know, this guy is like he's so it's crazy. Like he's so massive. No pun intended, but he's so massive that it's like, dude, like you gotta like. I almost forgot about this. There we go. It's like I gotta use this just to shade him. This is gonna be a tough character. Crazy thing is like I don't even know if this is gonna like do like I'm gonna edit this as a short. And I gotta say, like those last three videos I did, man, like, oh my gosh, those last shorts, aside from the skit one, the drawing one. So like a little factoid about that. So like I had no idea, right? Like how to go about that. Like none whatsoever. I had no idea. It was just like I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a live stream. And then the thought came to mind was, and the reason why I started doing these is because like whenever I would record on my phone normally, it would shut down. Like my phone would legit just go like, well, like not shut down, but it was just like, it's not gonna record. And that would make me so mad. And I'd be like, because it's like, what in the world, dude? Like, I'm trying to trying to get this done, blah blah blah, all this and that. So it wound up becoming a thing of like, you know what? What if I just start recording on here? So that because it's the phone's not really capturing, it's just it's on live stream. And plus, it's a good way for people to catch me doing the drawings on here. And then afterwards I can go ahead and I'll edit. So I was like, I did that. I found out so much, like for instance, like, okay, so when I upload this, like it's gonna be a minute, I guess. Maybe it's because I'm doing it on my phone and not on actual whatever. But I guess apparently like it's gonna be a thing where it's like, okay, well, we're not gonna fully record this. Or we're gonna record this, but it's not gonna be processed. It's gonna take a minute on that. Then it's like, okay. Then even after all of that, I gotta weigh and such. By the way, I am actually liking the way, this is turning out. This is really cool. I kind of want to keep it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to do this. But alas, the show must go on. So we got to do what you got to do. I kind of want to go ahead and give them like more up here and, let it go all out. And Okay, I'm kind of okay. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Uh, Let me see something real quick. Okay. All right. All right. So, got that out of the way. Now go ahead and try to get this stuff over and done with. Okay. I always suck at this, man, because I'm always trying to figure out colors, bro. Man. Anyways. Oh man, I almost forgot, bro. Oh my gosh. I almost forget. Like, I gotta do this a little bit too. Like, first of all, bottom lip. It's gonna be small, but it's gonna be a bottom lip there. And then, well, there we go. Yay. And then let me get some of these, some more of this over here. And all right, I think that should do it. And then, oh yeah, let me get this too. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me go ahead. Oh yeah. I kind of failed. Not really, but I kind of do because I forgot about this little number and then this little number and this little number. All right, there we go. And that should do it. All right. Listen to that lo-fi in the background from my computer and such. Shoot, this is live, bro. Don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to mess with that. I ain't messing with that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Setting colors is always like one of the toughest parts, man. I don't want to do that. I guess we'll rock this. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time. Hope everyone is doing well, by the way. And I guess I should say this, like, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. With me online, actually trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. I never really had that goal, but I'm like, you know what, man? Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not have that? Why not go for that? And I've seen all the views and such. It's like, wow, dude. Some of the things like I should have been doing this ages ago. Funny enough, like this guy is like the most. It's like most difficult to color. He's gonna probably cost me a lot, but at the same time, unless I do digital, I guess. But at the same time, he's also the most easiest to color because he's mainly just grays. That's really it. That's his whole thing. It's just mass is just gray. You know, of course, there's like variations. You know, and there's other things too. Like he has like but for the most part, he's mainly just gray. So I think I but based off the time, I'm gonna have to just do the coloring, the base coloring, anyways, and I'll get to the inking and such later. Okay. And that's going to have to be it from me, guys. But thank you so much. I guess if I were to do the variation stuff like this, yeah. This. And one thing I actually found I like about doing with masks is the whole it's the whole bit of him yeah, I gotta hurry up with this. But as I was saying, my favorite bit of masks is it has to be it's the sunglasses. Like I remember at one point I was just like, there's something about his eyes, and I would do like the goggles, which by the way they were inspired by Parker Rosso. And so yeah, like I was just like, what do I do about this guy's eyes? And I remember one time I just drew like, I think it was the one I was referencing, like Gray Hulk, and he was just like standing there, and I kind of liked it. And yeah, and that's it. So should have used this for these, but that's okay. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me. I'll get to the inking later, but you guys have a blessed one. Peace.